Hey folks, I just want to talk about this that I've seen on Simon Dolan's Twitter account, who is an absolute hero, by the way, and took the government to court on the proportionality and the legality of the lockdown strategy. And I think he's a hero for doing that for many reasons, but I think it's uniquely evident in this graphic that he shared from a school in Scotland yesterday. And I'm sorry, right? But I don't know how we can ever justify this, how we can ever justify reducing our children to being no more than vectors of the virus, to just fob them off as dangerous super spreaders that society can quite do without. What we're doing to the next generation is like something out of some dystopian horror film. I think it looks like some sick experiment that's going to hamper the development of the young and harm their life chances. And you know what? Why are we continuing to do this? The vulnerable have been vaccinated. We were told once we protect the NHS that we wouldn't continue to torture our nation's kids. We were told that once we protect the NHS, we'll return to normal and our kids would be the number one priority. So why then do we force them to mask up, round them up and social distance them like they're on some set of a remake of George Orwell's 1984? And I mean, it is a shocking image. And I don't think many of you will have heard this stat because of our doom merchant mainstream media, but the 7-day average of hospitalisations in England has fallen by 87.3% since the peak on the 12th of January. So we have protected the NHS. You know, we've seen that the efficacy of the vaccines is ensuring that the spread's contained, and that actually crucially, people aren't ending up in hospital when they get COVID. So we've protected the NHS. The most vulnerable are vaccinated. Yet still, the most we can legally do is sit on a park bench. And I'm wondering, folks, at what point do we say, end this madness, enough is enough? At what point do the British people say, enough? You know, the United Kingdom remains one of the world's most successful vaccination programs. You know, the rollout of our vaccination program has been a beacon, I think, a leading example to the world, and something that I think global Britain can be uniquely proud of. But the UK remains one of the world's last to unlock its nation and free its people, and that's uniquely harming our kids. The mental health charity Young Minds, in an evidence session for the House of Commons Education Committee, reported that there's been a 161% increase in sleep issues for kids. Loneliness is up 63% and self-harm up by 27%. That's since 2017. And if you consider that, I need my haircut. If you consider that the most deprived 20% of households are 4 times more likely to have mental health difficulties by the age of 11, then it's going to be working class kids who lose their mental health and can't access treatment because of an NHS with waiting lists up to, 6 months, I've heard anecdotally. And we've ushered in an educational and mental health apartheid here for our kids. You know, those with rich parents that can afford the tuition and catch-up sessions and the therapists and all the rest of it, they will stand much better chances than those in single-parent homes or on council estates, right? Up and down the country. We won't have anywhere near as big a chance in places like this in County Durham. I think it's time to end this complete and utter lunacy, end the lockdown, and stop torturing our children like this. It is sick and it's unacceptable. I'm Darren Grimes for Reasons UK.